Hello, Soul Family. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I feel so good, refreshed, relaxed. I am feeling free, um, healed. That's what I am. I am healed. God said, you know what? I need you to come in. You've done enough now. I need you to come in and just relax, heal. And so that's what I did. You guys know that, I've had that cold, and that cold had been lingering for about, I guess, 4 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks. And I was like, no, it's not just my allergies, And I knew from energy, heart, you guys have been, when I say you guys, not the whole majority of you. There is some of you, and that's what I should say. There are some of you who have energy harvested or have done a spell. You want to see a reader, ill or sick or blah, blah, blah. You're sending stuff to us and you don't, you're like, I'm wishing ill will on them, so I'm sending them this or sending them that. It's not just their allergies. You're thinking, oh, maybe it's your allergies. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. For some it is. Some it is. But for some, it is definitely not your allergies. So I have taken the time to listen to a couple of readers while I was taking my time off, just relaxing, maxing and relaxing, healing myself. I like to read the comments. But then when you listen to a reader, you know which reader is right on point with what your situation is. And then there are readers. I start laughing because I'm like, they start speculating. Or they're trying to give the same reading that another person gave. And it's interesting because I listen to it and I'm going, that's the exact same title as the other person that I heard. And I know that it's on point and I know they know what's going on. Compared to someone else with the exact same title and they're just speaking. And you're like, it's not, you can tell by the way that the way that they speak. It can be a reader, it can be a speaker, but the way that they speak, you can tell that it is not theirs. They've copied it from someone. Even some of you who do the blackout screens, and I'm like, I just heard this, from a trusted source, a trusted reader, and I'm hearing the same thing from this person who has a blackout screen. So what they're doing is, number one, they're not letting you see them, scramble the cards or really read the cards. They're speaking, and it might be the exact same message that a trusted reader just did. They've got their cards out, they're reading it, it does give a different vibe. So anyway, I just wanted to say that because it leads me into this next segue. I've learned a lot. I've asked for truth, for answers. So some of the readers on YouTube are false readers. There are many who are true, who are divine readers. But there are some who are false. And I learned that these false readers are getting paid to mislead you. They are giving a false narrative, or they are trying to speak some of the things that you're speaking and then kind of lead you astray. So if it's something about your counterpart or a union, or someone that you are married to, whatever it might be, you'll notice that it might be the exact same read up until a certain point. And then what they're reading goes astray. And you're like, what? Wait a minute. For some, they're trying to get you to be mad at your counterpart, to walk away from your union, to break up your union. That's their intention, right? That's what they want to do. That's their intention. That's what they plan to do. That's why they have been paid to come on YouTube and lead some people astray. Now, I've got some information for you guys. So, there are some... Now, when I speak about a coven, you guys, a coven can be anyone in your community. But there are a lot of government people who are a part of a coven, male or female coven. Political parties, there are some people who are part of a coven. It could be policemen. It could be court officials. It could be, you name it. It could even be some people who are part of, workers you see on the street, or they're working on your street and they're cabling or doing some. It doesn't matter. It could be a neighbor. It could be a friend, or who you thought was a friend, who is part of this coven. Now, let me get into the nitty-gritty here. There are, or seem to be, 4 men who are important officials, high officials, a CEO, a director, a serial unaliver. There could be a Democrat who's a masculine. And there's also one high-ranking masculine who faked their death, but they're part of this coven, right? Now, there's a scientist who has been working, who's a part of the coven, who they keep popping out for some reason, so please keep that in mind. But these people are involved in sex trafficking, right? So, you guys, I was just doodling, writing down stuff. So, YouTube, so these people are working with YouTube, and they have hired false light workers, right? Tarot readers, speakers, whoever. And they were hired to throw you off. So, those exposing what is really going on in the world, they're trying to offset it. They're trying to, you know, say, oh, no, 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 that's not true. Or, oh, it's this way and not that way. Please use your discernment, okay? So, what these people do is they pry. You know, they're looking, they're seeing, you know, trying to see if you're alone. So those that are alone, of course, they try to go after them and abduct them. They're taking these people, but you know, not just single ones. Those who are speaking, who are exposing. Those are, you know, it doesn't matter who you are, what genre that you speak on. It is. It could be celebrities. It could be anywhere across the board, right? They're looking to abduct you, take you underground. Now, I'm going to get to that, okay? They want to use you as a sex worker. If you try to get away or, you know, you don't want to go with their agenda, then they physically hurt you or kill you, okay? To, you know, try to teach that person a lesson. So this falls in line with having a business where they make money by using insurance companies and policies. Now let me explain how. And hopefully I understand what has been explained to me. So, you know, people may be put into prison, right? And some are sent to these mental establishments. So people really have to watch out for what's going on. These mental establishments, mental facilities. And the facility or a person running the facility that's working with the coven, working with these people, actually place insurance policies on you because they know that either you're going to do sex working or you're going to be harmed in one way or the other, or they're going to kill you. Then they take the money, the coven or whoever, government, whoever, political party, whoever, they take the money from these insurance policies. This is how they're making even more money off of you and I. Now, as I understand, so when you go back and you think about the person, high-ranking person, official, or whoever, it could be a political person who faked their death, who's a part of this group, they actually have other family members. This is a certain family unit related by blood. That's what I wrote down. It could be a president, it could be whoever, but they are a highly ranked official. And they are working with, they have faked their death, and they are working with some of their blood relatives, some blood family members to do this. So, and it's interesting because this person, so the war that's going on, what is that? Russia and Ukraine. Is that the only war going on right now? So there is hostility between this official, a political person who's working in this group, part of the coven, and somebody who is at war right now. Maybe it might be another president. Okay? I'm getting Democrat. So somehow this war is connected to them. I don't know specifics. I don't know exactly what's going on. But that's some of what I'm receiving. The other thing is I ask God, what are the following states where there are missing children and adults? I heard Tennessee. I heard Lompoc. Looked up Lompoc. I know there's a Lompoc, California. I don't know if there's a Lompoc anywhere else. And then when I close my eyes, I'm seeing the word Atlanta. It is written out. But then it has the G-A in cursive right on top of Atlanta. And I'm like, what? I wonder why they did it like that. You don't ask the divine, you just, whatever. Then I saw the words Bentonville. Don't know why it didn't say it all together as one word, Bentonville, because I know there's a Bentonville in the, in the world. But it was Benton, and then I got Ville. I guess they wanted me to see the whole word, so maybe they put it like that. The other location is Nebraska. I was like, Nebraska? What? How? Why? And ORD. I don't know if that's the location. I know there is an ORD in Nebraska. That might help some private investigators, some of you investigators, but I'm not sure. But I was given Nebraska. And let me tell you what happened when I was given Nebraska. All of a sudden, I'm looking up, and I'm giving you a visual of what happened to me. I looked up, and I see this farmhouse or building a wooden building. I'm like, I'm looking up remotely like I'm underground. Because I was thinking, of course, I can't be on the ground and looking up because that's having a building suspended in air. That's not going to happen. So it brought me, I must be underground. And I'm looking up and I'm seeing a wooden building, which kind of reminds me of a farm, of the old farms, when they're an old building, when they are really old and they're falling away, and they have spaces in the wood. They have wood, they have space, wood, space. And I see it filled with people. It is filled with people. I don't know what's going on there. But I am hopeful that this bit of information helps the investigators, because hurting and harming another, killing another for a sacrifice, stealing people, taking them underground is not cool. It's not cool at all. But also, stopping the views of people on YouTube, taking away their money so that they cannot make a living, that's what these people are doing. They're false narratives about people. There are some false narratives that they have spoken. And they have made some people homeless because they have emptied their bank accounts, believe it or not. YouTube, when some people monetize, or or they're doing great, they're making money from YouTube, and they, what is that transaction when they, of course, direct deposit. They can direct deposit the money into their accounts. But what has also been done is they are, for those that they are focusing on or they are targeting, they are taking the money out of their accounts so that they are not able to pay their rent. They are not able to live. They have to be homeless. They have to be out on the street or depend on others to help them. That's what's going on. They stop some people from actually working a 9 to 5. Some people may be working a 9 to 5 and doing YouTube. And they're trying to cut them dry so that their money is very limited. There are other people who are doing in this coven. They have their own, may have high priestesses, queens, different queens in reverse, stuff like that, who do witchcraft. And their witchcraft is targeted on your finances so that you are not able to live. You are not able to walk forward. So they want you in poverty, just point blank, period. Instead of leaving you alone and letting you live your life. So this is what they have been doing. Not fair. But there are men and women in this coven. They are involved. hearing political parties, political government agencies. There, there are even military people who are part of a coven. It's all over the place. So, they are taken away. They're trying to see, just, okay, if we take all the money that you have made away from you, we have closed your account. They're big on that. If you say anything, oh, we can close their account so that they can't make money. We close it for a week, or we just close it, period, to take away from them so they won't have a living. They can't make a living. They can't live. This is what they have been doing. Or like I said, doing spells on your finances. So, it may be a job. It may be the money you're making. It could be anything that they are doing to try to hurt and harm another. It's funny because a lot of us, they try to say, oh, well, they've been trying to harm us, or they've been doing this and doing that. We haven't done anything to you. You're being triggered because we are speaking out about what is going on in life, in our life, in others' lives. And it's not fair. So, anyway, I want to end this here. I hope and pray that you have learned something. This is to help us learn about what's going on. It's also to help cops, investigators, whoever,